Greeting, friends, and welcome to the Sherwood Chamber of Commerce 2020 Candidate Forum. My name is Brian Fairbanks, and I'm a member of the Chamber Board. Today, we are visiting with Taylor Giles, who is running for Sherwood City Council. Hello, Taylor. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
Thanks, Brian. I'm glad to be here. My wife, Sarah, and I have lived here for about 16 years, and we've loved raising our 5 children in Sherwood. And as you mentioned, I'm running for city council so that I can help keep it a premier destination for families for generations to come. My business background is since I've lived here, I've started 2 small businesses and worked for large global corporations. So I've had success in a lot of different areas of the business world, and I want to help entrepreneurs and businesses keep Sherwood successful in a thriving community. So thanks for having me here.
Thank you. So to segue right with that, what is the right pace, Taylor, of residential and business growth in Sherwood? And how do we manage that growth in a way that maintains the small town feel that many Sherwood residents enjoy?
Well, that's a great question, and something that has kind of led me to volunteer for the Planning Commission because we've been growing at a rate of about 1% a year. And the problem with this growth rate is we haven't really attracted businesses and light industrial to keep up with it, and so it is unbalanced our tax base a little bit, and it's putting a larger weight on our schools and infrastructure. And so if we want to continue to be a premier destination, we need to do a little work in balancing that out and being business friendly and trying to attract some different types of jobs and businesses. But I also want to be able to attract families that are continuing to want to contribute to our excellent schools, the small town feel. And one of the things that we often will lose is the empty nesters who don't have any housing options that are somewhere between their massive house that they raise their children in and Avamere. And so I want to work with the Planning Commission and others to make sure that we have some housing options for them, some ADUs and other things to be able to meet their needs even after their students have left.
So what role does, in your view, what role does the City Council play in facilitating local business survival, growth, as well as the development of that new business in Sherwood?
Well, business owners have enough to worry about, whether it's meeting payroll or recovering from COVID. Figuring out what hoops you need to jump through at City Hall should not be one of them. It's something that we could take off your plate. And whether that is through better, more simplified marketing to the businesses or checklists, or frankly, even just reaching out and saying, how can we help? What is the one thing we could take off your plate? Common refrains that I've heard from business owners throughout Sherwood as I've been meeting with them and seeing how we could help is make it easier. If I want to attract new businesses, I need to, and encourage the current businesses to grow, I need to make it easier across the board and not just have it be, well, we're looking at you as a bag of money.
Yeah. So to shift again, how do you see the principles of diversity, equity, and inclusion applying to the city of Sherwood? And how can the city council work with the business community to ensure that the opportunities are available for all?
That is a great point. So as a product manager, part of my job is to recognize user bias and figure out ways to counter it. And so to do this, I have organized many customer advisory boards or feedback groups to be able to hear more voices. Now, the city of Sherwood currently does utilize citizen groups today, but many of those require multi-year commitments and many hours a month to allow your voice to be heard. And I don't see, a lot of business owners being able to make that kind of a commitment. So one of the things that I would like to do is create a pool of Sherwood citizens that can't commit to that large formal commitment, but they may be willing to give us to participate in short opinion polls or targeted feedback sessions. And that will allow us to hear more diverse voices And it will force us as a city to improve our communication savvy as a city and use multiple avenues for hearing those voices and getting them in. And so it's a two-part problem of trying to educate people. Here is the exact small problem we're trying to solve, broken down into actionable items. And then here is how we're going to get the feedback. And I think it will help us in all areas of our city to be able to simplify the documents, give us single question focus, and be able to get more voices from more members of our community.
Thank you for answering the questions that I've asked today. I would like to now give you the floor to discuss two topics that are important to you. We'll try to stay with 2 minutes per topic if possible. Thank you.
Okay. I'm a big believer in volunteering, and as I mentioned previously, I currently am serving on the Sherwood Planning Commission and the Sherwood School Bond Oversight Committee. I've volunteered at high schools and at local homeschool as a STEM teacher, because I believe that children should be creators of technology and not just consumers of technology. I volunteer as a track coach and soccer coach and a Boy Scout leader, and I know a lot of you out there as well volunteer your time. And one of the things that makes Sherwood great is that the volunteers that we have. And so I want to make sure that that the opportunities for volunteering are readily apparent. So if you've only got an hour this month that you're able to donate, I've got something that you can do that will help make the city a better place. And so there's a number of organizations that help to facilitate that. And, whether it is, helping pick up trash with your family and teaching them to give back, or if it's, being a mentor to somebody in need, these are all things that we can do to help unify us as a community. So that's one of the things that I would push. The second project that I'm really interested in is connecting Sherwood. So Sherwood has, we all know that 99 runs down the middle, and we need a way to physically connect Sherwood, and especially if we're going to be growing in the Sherwood West direction, we've got to have more safe options to cross 99 and connect our trails. And that's the way that I physically want to connect Sherwood. The other way, one of the things that has been brought to light with the pandemic and the work from home and school from home and things is that our digital infrastructure is not being utilized as well as it could be. And so I'd like to expand the rollout of Sherwood broadband and be able to allow for fiber to be in all of our homes. Even, most of us already have it. We may not even know it now. And we see that the infrastructure that Comcast and Ziply and stuff has not been able to be fully utilized by the Sherwood residents who are trying to manage all of these other things during this pandemic. And so I would like to help roll that out as a real success story in Sherwood, as something that is a local company that has been growing and has offered this infrastructure, and I'd just like to continue to grow it.
Taylor Giles, running for Sherwood City Council. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very much, Brian. It was nice to meet you. And if any of your viewers want more details, go to www.taylorgiles.com, and there's more information there. Thank you for the opportunity to talk with you.
Thank you, sir. And thanks to all of you for taking the time to view this video. Good day.